One of the biggest things that slows Spanish learners down is verb conjugation. You start building a sentence and you're suddenly thinking about tenses, pronouns and word order all at once. Well, today I'm going to show you a tiny shortcut called al plus infinitive that lets you say when you did something without conjugating anything at all. And the best part about this is that this structure is really simple to use. Now, to start off with, we first take the word al. If you're unfamiliar with this word, it's a contraction of the Spanish words a and el, which mean to the or at the. In Spanish, when these two words come together, they always merge into al. Now, this word al is then followed by an infinitive verb. That's any Spanish verb ending in either ar, er, or ir. When we pair al with an infinitive verb, it has the meaning of upon doing something. Here's an example to make it clearer. Al llegar a casa, llamé a mi padre. Upon arriving home, I called my dad. Now, although upon is the most precise translation here, it's not something that we naturally use in everyday spoken English, not unless we're being quite formal. It's a word you're much more likely to see in writing rather than hear in conversation. The more natural translation of this sentence into English would be, when I arrived home, I called my dad. That's what we'd likely say in natural conversation. Now, even though upon is the most precise translation, the al plus infinitive construction is extremely common in Spanish and doesn't sound formal at all. That said, while when is the more natural English equivalent, I'm going to keep translating all the example sentences throughout this video as upon. And the reason for that will become clear later on when we contrast it directly with cuando to see how the two structures differ. Now, the great thing about this structure is that you don't have to do any conjugating. You simply use the infinitive form of the verb, which never changes no matter who the subject is. Now, by the way, all the information from today's video is available in a PDF that you can download for free. And if you want extra support with your Spanish, join my free WhatsApp community. The links to both the PDF and the community are down in the description below. Now, keeping that simplicity in mind, this is very different from the alternative structure using the word cuando, which means when in Spanish. Look at these two sentences. Al llegar a casa, llamé a mi padre. Upon arriving home, I called my dad. Cuando llegué a casa, llamé a mi padre. When I arrived home, I called my dad. In the second sentence with cuando, we have to conjugate the verb llegar into the first person preterite, llegué. That requires a lot more thinking on our part. And it gets even more complicated if we add in object pronouns, which are words like it or them and so on. With the al plus infinitive construction, we just hook the word it onto the end of the infinitive verb, which is nice and easy. Take a look at this sentence. Al verlo, me puse nervioso. Upon seeing it, I got nervous. If we were to say that sentence using cuando, we would have to change the word order again. Cuando lo vi, me puse nervioso. When I saw it, I got nervous. In the sentence with cuando, not only do we have to conjugate ver into the first person preterite, be, but we also have to place the object pronoun lo before the verb. That word order feels less natural for us English speakers, so there's a lot more going on mentally in that second sentence using cuando. Now again, the same rule applies to reflexive pronouns. These are words like me, te, se, and so on. With the al plus infinitive construction, we just hook the reflexive pronouns onto the end of the infinitive verb, just like we do with object pronouns. For example, al despertarme, upon waking up. Al vestirte, upon getting dressed. Al sentarse, upon sitting down. If we compare these with sentences using cuando, the structure changes again, and the reflexive pronoun has to go before the conjugated verb. Cuando me desperté, when I woke up. Cuando te vestiste, when you got dressed. Cuando se sentó, when he or she sat down. See how there's so much more going on if you choose to start your sentence with cuando rather than al. Now, the title of this video is how al plus infinitive is used as a sentence starter, but really, this little phrase can go anywhere in a sentence. To start off with, look at how we can rearrange the two example sentences that I gave you at the start of this video. The first sentence I gave you was, al llegar a casa, llamé a mi padre. Upon arriving home, I called my dad. But look at how we can move al llegar to the middle of the sentence. Llamé a mi padre al llegar a casa. I called my dad upon arriving home. Now, the second sentence that we looked at the start of this video was, al verlo me puse nervioso. Upon seeing it, I got nervous. This time we can put al verlo right at the end of the sentence. Me puse nervioso al verlo. I got nervous upon seeing it. So the al plus infinitive construction can go anywhere in a sentence. It can go at the start, the middle, or the end. It's completely flexible. This is such a useful little phrase and one that you should start using right away, even as a beginner, as you don't have to worry about verb conjugations and tricky word orders. Now, useful little structures like this are exactly what I teach in my beginner Spanish course here on YouTube. If grammar feels overwhelming and you freeze up when you're speaking, then this is the course for you. You can check it out for free by clicking the thumbnail that's on screen now, or by clicking the link that's down in the description. So, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.